Today I'm going to teach you the main rules when simplifying indices. To start with, if you look at question 1, when you've got the same number or letter multiplied with another letter the same, the main trick here is that it's exactly the same as thinking of a squared is the same as thinking of it as a times by a. And then if we look to the next bit, a cubed, that's the same as saying a times a times a. And then if you look at your multiplication sign, we can bring that down to going into the middle here. So now, if it comes to just, all you need to do is look at how many a's are multiplied together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means that your answer is a to the power of 5. There is a trick to this, which means you don't need to write out all of these different a's. The trick is, you look at your two indices, and you just add them together. So it's a to the power of 2 plus 3, which is the same as saying a to the power of 5, which, as you can see, we've figured out down here. Now, the next thing you need to learn, if you look at number 2, is when we're dividing by the same letter with an indice, there's a trick to that as well. Now, that's exactly the same as saying b times b times b at the top, because b cubed is 3 lots of b, and then underneath your fraction line, it's the same as saying b times by b. Now, as you know, you can just cancel out the b's at the bottom and the top, so that you make sure you've got the same number cancelled out. So one from the bottom, one from the top, another one from the bottom, another one from the top, which leaves you with just b. Now, again, just like in question 1, there is a trick to this. When you're dividing indices, instead of adding like you did with multiplying, you take away. So that's exactly the same as saying b to the power of 3 minus 2, which leaves you with b to the power of 1, which is just b, which is, again, what we've done here in this green. The next important rule you need to know, let's look at number 3 now, is when you've got an indice in brackets, with another indice on the outside of that bracket. So a squared, close bracket, to the power of 3. Well, what does that mean? That means you've got a times a, and you're doing that 3 times. So a times a times a times a times a times a. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a's. So that's the same as a to the power of 6. Now, again, just like in the other two, there is a trick. And that trick is you multiply the two indices. So you've got the a to the power of 2 times by 3, which is a to the power of 6, which, again, we've got here. Now, the last two are more ones that you just need to learn. So I won't go into detail about why this is the case. I think at this stage, when we're just revising for exams, we should just learn these. So if you look at question 4, which I've just robbed out, strangely, down here, we've got any letter to the power of 0. All that means is it's 1. So it doesn't matter if it's a to the power of 0, that's 1, b to the power of 0, that's 1. And even if you have a number there, it could be 12 to the power of 0. Well, guess what? That's still 1. The next one, question 5, when you've got something to the power of a negative number, like here we've got a to the power of minus 2, what that minus there, what that actually means, is it means that we're going to be putting the a squared underneath a fraction line, so it's going to become a denominator. So that just becomes 1 over a squared. So if you had different ones, for example, if you had b to the power of minus 3, for that, it would be 1 over b cubed. Now, on the right-hand side, in this bottom right corner here, which I'm just drawing a highlighted box around, I've put some questions for you. Now, I'd like you to look through all of the worked examples I've done there, and if you'd like to work them out, then that might be very useful for you. Okay, good luck with all of your revision, and I hope this is really useful.